Bonita Applebum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, I said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, gotta.
Good evening and welcome to the People's Sporadic Dosage of Ridicule, Roast, and Satire. I'm your host, Brian. First in the news, in California, the federal government has started an otter relocation program, removing the otters from the native waters to reservations because they were eating and competing too heavily of all the local shellfish. However, because the otters persistently found ways to escape the reservation and find their way back to their native waters, the federal government has decided to abandon the reservation policy and just give up on the program altogether. Looking curiously into the matter are the Native Americans. In Virginia, a woman was nabbed for robbing 4 banks while using a cell phone, thus being dubbed the cell phone bandit. When asked, "Why did you use a cell phone?" she responded, quote, "I wanted to send the teller an instant message, but kept laughing and I couldn't keep a straight face, and I kept typing LOL over and over again. It just got in the way of my robbing the banks." Not to be outdone, copycats from all over the region are mimicking the story and taking this combination of laziness and technology to another level. There was another woman in the area who robbed a bank by sending an email with a picture attachment of herself holding a gun. The UN has introduced a new low-cost laptop to developing countries. The laptops will have built-in hand cranks to provide power, as well as to simulate sore arms from constant internet masturbation. Last month, the New York Times reported a deadly outbreak of the bird flu virus overseas in Turkey. In related news, mad cow disease was reported in Hamburg, and erectile dysfunction was reported in Bangkok. Archaeologists recently uncovered the remains of 4,000-year-old noodles in China, which led some experts to claim that noodles originated in the country. The experts also claim that it tasted great with prehistoric dog. Last month, Nicolas Cage and his wife, Alice Kim, who's Korean, had their first child. They named him Kal-El Coppola Cage, after Superman's Kryptonian name. Kal-El Coppola Cage. That's a lot of L's, isn't it? I mean, the child is half Korean. He's going to be calling himself Carrere for the rest of his life. Why torture the kid like that? In related news, actor Dennis Hopper adopted a Mexican baby and has named it Border. In New York last week, 19-year-old Peter Gonzalez waited outside a store for 28 hours to be one of the first to purchase an Xbox 360 when it officially went on sale at 12:01 a.m. Tuesday morning. However, at 12:02 a.m., Mr. Gonzalez was still a virgin. In Oslo, Norway, a bartender was sentenced to 6 months jail time because he overserved a patron tequila shots. The patron fell unconscious and died at the hospital 3 days later. This gives new meaning to the term 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, coma. The Vatican has issued an official statement still banning homosexuals from priesthood, but allowing those who have clearly overcome homosexual tendencies to join. The Church makes a distinction between those with deep-rooted homosexual tendencies versus those who are merely, quote, expressing a transitory problem, unquote. Expressing a transitory problem. Like getting off the wrong floor on an elevator. It's just a transitory problem. Just turn around and go back. Like homosexuality. You're not really gay, you just got off at the wrong floor. Former Florida schoolteacher Deborah LaFave, 25, pleaded guilty to having sex with her 14-year-old male teenage student. She will face 3 years of house arrest and 7 years of probation. LaFave issued a statement saying, quote, "I accept full responsibility for my actions," unquote. Notwithstanding, her former 14-year-old teenage student held his own press conference, issuing this statement.
"I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
In New York, players from around the world came to the Cyber Athlete Professional World League Tournament and competed in a video game called Painkiller. Jonathan Wendell, 24, of Kansas City, Missouri, or better known to the video gaming world as Fatality, won $150,000 in the grand prize money as the champion of the tournament by skillfully wielding big guns, bravely fighting evil gigantic space aliens, and heroically saving humanity from the grasps of wickedness. However, after the tournament, Fatality was beaten up in the parking lot by my little sister. Rolling Stone has announced it will start publishing a version of its magazine in China, where Western culture has only recently been embraced and recognized. The Chinese government, fearful of what the magazine may introduce, has only allowed these pre-selected musical artists to be featured in the magazine. Mao Sink, Maudonna, No Mout, Ricky Mountain, and last but not least, 50 Yuan. Thank you, and that's all we have for this episode of the People's Sporadic Dosage of Ridicule, Roast, and Satire. Tune in next time.